Hello everyone, this is your instructor Dan Hood for Photoshop for Presentations, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video concerning the lesson in Unit 4 about creating conceptual graphics. And one thing that as I was putting together the reading, I realized that I made a mistake and I wanted to clarify it with this video. One mistake I made in the original readings was I believe I made the point of saving this graphic, a conceptual graphic, out as a JPEG. But in actuality, we're going to need to save this out as a PNG with a transparent background. And the reason being is that when it comes time to put this all together in your presentation, we're going to want to place this image on top of our background image that we created earlier in background images. So to do that without having a white box around it, we need to save it as a PNG with a transparent background. And now I'm going to show you how to do that. So as you know that the main point of this graphic is to use it as a conceptual graphic where you would use this across multiple slides to drive home the idea of a ongoing theme or a concept. And in this case we are talking about the different styles of cowboy boots that a cowboy would be interested in buying and wearing. And this was going to be the graphic that we would use for the theme of those slides. So anyway, we need to get it to the point to have a transparent background. Is that basically what we want to do is that right now this has a white background and we want it to get it to the point where it is transparent. So the way you'd go about doing that is that you would go over here and you would pick up your, if I can get it to come up, there we go, our magic wand tool. And as you can remember, the magic wand tool is a great tool for selecting large fields of color that are all of this that are the same color. And in this instance, it's white. So this is a perfect tool for selecting all the white. As you can see, all I'll have to do is bring the magic wand tool over to my image, just put it on a white area, click it, and as you can see, because it went through and it chose all of the color that is the same as where I clicked, that being white, it has now selected everything that is white, and in this case it's the background. So now the one thing that we're going to have to do is that to do this right, we're going to have to duplicate this layer, because as you can see, this original layer is the background layer, and that is always locked and you can't change that. So to get around that, we will want to duplicate this layer, which gives us the exact same image just on a different layer. Turn off our background layer, come back to our background copy. Now we have all of the white selected, so now we just simply hit the delete key and that will erase all of your background color. Now if I deselect, you'll see that by the checkerboard background that you see, that denotes in Photoshop that you have a transparent background. The checkerboard is the transparent background. And I can prove that by, let's say I want to go to layer and create a fill layer. Let's create a new solid color fill layer, and let's just choose a color to make it. There it is, it's orange. We will move that down behind our background copy and see now we have an orange background. If I turn it off, now it's transparent. So anyway, that shows us that we do indeed have a transparent background for this graphic. Now the last thing we'll need to do, we'll need to save this out as a particular format. Alright, so we have this saved in the transparent background state. The last thing we need to do is that now that we have our cutout of the cowboy boots, we need to lower the opacity of this to make it into a less recognizable image and more of a conceptual image. So as you can see, I lowered the opacity on this, and it does indeed look pretty opaque. It does look pretty transparent. So now that we have that the way we want, let's go to save for web and devices, and we're going to save this out as a PNG. And as you can see here, we have this saved as a PNG. Just quickly, I'll show you that if we save this out as a JPEG, JPEG doesn't support transparent backgrounds. So we have our original here of the cowboy boots with the transparent background, but here we don't because it's a JPEG and it would just turn everything back to white. So what we want to do is we want to go to PNG 8 and save it out as a PNG. As you can see, we have our transparency here, we have our transparency here, and it has lowered the opacity of the cowboy boots to ghost them. So this is just what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and press save, and we're going to save it in our Photoshop class. And there you have it. We've just saved our conceptual art graphic that we'll use later in our presentation, and we'll have it all come together then. Alright, thanks for watching.